Man, market's been killing me. I feel so bad for the crew. I don't know if the Santa Claus rally's coming. Santa? Is that you?
Sure as hell is. What's up, B?
Did you just crack open one of my beers?
Yeah, there wasn't any milk in the fridge, and I gotta get this beer gut going anyway. By the way, this is your last one.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good. We don't want you having too many before you get back on the sleigh, but I gotta ask, what are you doing here?
Well, considering it's December, it's my month, Santa Claus rally's coming, I figured that I could take the reins on giving my top 5 stocks for December.
Are you sure? Because a lot of the Chaos crew, I gotta admit, a little bit concerned that Santa Claus rally isn't coming.
Don't you worry about that, B, and don't you worry about that Chaos crew. Santa's got you all taken care of. Okay, everybody, so Brad and Fatman Zoom have done a phenomenal job all year long, giving you the top stocks to watch each and every month this year. But now it's my turn. My first stock that I think is worth watching in the month of December is none other than Amazon. Now, I do an incredible job, the best job of delivering packages around the globe, right? Get it all done in one night. However, Amazon does a pretty good job the rest of the year. Phenomenal e-commerce platform. Demand is at all-time highs when it comes to consumer spending. And let's not forget about the AWS cloud computing side. Cloud storage is ridiculous. Not only that, but AWS now is looking to get into chip development too, and it's going to be way cheaper than NVIDIA, AMD, and all their other competitors. So this is going to be something super crucial to watch. Amazon's come down below $3,500 a share after it reached its $3,700 peak. This looks like a pretty good opportunity. Brad, what do you think?
You know, Santa, I gotta hand it to you. Amazon's a solid pick. Let's take a look at the chart here, and we can see that as of this recording, this is coming down to retest the 50-day moving average. This is December 1st, and we're getting pretty close here. I thought for sure that Amazon was going to hold this $3,500 support. It did not, and continued to sell off into today's close. 34.17 seems to be a reasonable area to maybe consider looking at Amazon for potential entry or add to, as it is that 50-day moving average, and we've seen it get tested there multiple times. If it doesn't hold there, there's certainly the possibility of it coming back down to the 200-day moving average, as you can see right here represented by this purple line at 33.50. So these are two crucial areas to watch, but nevertheless, I am pretty bullish on Amazon as well. It just doesn't make sense for it to be down here, and I think that this is worth taking a look at. What's the next one?
All right, so the second stock to watch for the month of December is none other than Marathon Oil. Now, you guys know that I'm not dependent on renewable energy or fossil fuels because I got the sleigh on my deer. But I know that a lot of you guys need to do it to get around, and that's okay. There's not enough magic to go around for everybody. That being said, travel demand is going absolutely insane, and it's not slowing down anytime soon, no matter what variant is out of there. People want to go see their family for the holidays. They're going to be driving around. They're going to be flying around. Marathon Oil, it's come down a ton. The price of oil's come down 30% as of this recording. It's going to get bought back up. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. Oil going through the roof. B. Smith, is it coming out the chimney or what?
Yeah, I got to hand it to you again. Marathon Oil is definitely watched for as well. We take a look at the chart here, and you can see that it actually has fallen pretty substantially below its 50-day moving average, but is settling around this $15 area and acting as support here. So I think $15 a share is certainly going to be worth keeping an eye on. I actually own options of Marathon Oil. You could also go for something like Exxon or Chevron, but all of these have been beaten down, and Marathon Oil is certainly one to keep an eye on as well. Santa, I'm liking these picks, man. What's the next one?
All right, so the number 3 stock to watch for the month of December is Disney. Now, I have tons of magic to give out, and you see it every single year, but Disney does it every single day. It's hard to compete with that kind of magic. That being said, as I mentioned before, travel demand, things are opening back up. People are going to be going back to Disney World, and they already are. The stock's come down 30% from its highs. Disney Plus is still going to continue to grow and compete with the likes of Netflix. So not only do they have the parks, which was their number one revenue driver pre-pandemic, they also have Disney Plus as well that will eventually start making them money. Disney has come down way too far, in my opinion, and deserves to be bought up today.
Yeah, I mean, Disney's definitely one that's gotten beaten down, and I myself have taken a huge loss on Disney as well. But I'm not giving up on the stock. I still think that there's a lot left in the tank here, and I think that once we get through some of the issues that we've been dealing with as far as the variants of COVID and that sort of thing, once the fears subside here, I think Disney's certainly one to start scooping up. Now, I will say that this doesn't look like it's ready to be bought up yet. Let's zoom in here. We can see how this has come from its $203 all-time highs and now sitting down at 142. To say this is oversold is an understatement. Here's the RSI here. Look how oversold this is. Now, this isn't to say that it can't keep going lower, because right now I don't technically see a support anywhere. Nevertheless, I think that if you could work your way in, scale your way into Disney and not try to time the bottom, that's probably the best play here for the stock. Disney is definitely a great one. It is undervalued at this point and way oversold. It deserves to be bought up at this point. All right, Santa, hit him up with number 4.
All right, so the number 4 stock to watch for the month of December. Now, this stock has come down way too far, and undeservedly so. They did have some poor earnings the last time they reported, but demand, consumer spending, it's going to continue to rock the economy, and that is none other than PayPal. PayPal, it's come down. Listen, they had some drama with Pinterest, which brought the stock down. They didn't have great earnings, and then it brought the stock down even more, but this is a great comeback story for them. I think going into the next quarter, even going into the new year, PayPal is going to be worth buying. It's oversold at this point. The company's not going anywhere. Solid fundamentals. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, PayPal is definitely one that I think that I would consider taking a look at, especially given how far it's come down. We had $310 all-time highs. The stock's now sitting, as of this recording, at 179. That's where it closed at on December 1st here. So looking at the chart, this actually looks like an area that I talked about a couple weeks ago on our Stock Watch Sunday, that 178, 179 could be a possibility, and damned if it didn't come down here. Sorry about the language, Santa. But looking at this, I think that 178, 179 area is actually a perfect bottom for this. And to me, I don't see how it goes too much lower from here. So I think PayPal is certainly a solid buy going into the end of the year and probably going into the beginning of next year. The fact of the matter is that PayPal is not going anywhere. They're continuing to grow. They're continuing to innovate and really start to become a part of that buy now, pay later conversation as well. So don't count PayPal out here. Santa, what you got for the last stock to watch for the month?
Okay, so I think I've given you some really solid gems here. Before we get to the 5th one, I just want to encourage you to hit that thumbs up. And then also go visit ownthechaos.com and help support Brad and Fat Man Zoom. And in return, they'll give you a watch list every single day of the week. Every morning before the market opens, they give you 5 stocks to watch, give you a snapshot of what the market's doing that day. It's a great value. Go check it out, ownthechaos.com. Okay, so the last and final stock to watch for the month of December is none other than Airbnb. Did you know you could rent the original Home Alone set and stay there overnight through an Airbnb? How crazy is that? Now, Airbnb has gotten beaten down as a result of some of the Omicron fears out there, also some of the other variants, and some fears surrounding around restrictions on travel and everything else. And I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. I think that travel is still going to boom regardless. People are learning to live with COVID, and each wave, each variant seemingly becomes weaker and weaker, and we're learning how to live with it. I think that trend continues, and Airbnb continues to grow from here. We're seeing record amounts of volume from searches, not just from people who are younger, but also old people like me. So make sure you go check out Airbnb, because I think the correction here is overdone, and we might go up from here. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, so this is actually a crucial area for Airbnb. It's come down and retested its 165 support. Let's take a look at the chart here and look at where this was before. 165 was definitely an area of resistance before it finally broke up through there. And it's right around where the 200-day moving average is. It closed just below that today, but as we can see, even in after-hours trading as of December 1st, it's actually starting to move its way back up. So I think this 165 area is going to be an area to watch for on Airbnb. We take a look at the daily chart here, and still looking at this RSI, it's really starting to approach oversold levels, and I think that Airbnb looks like it's a really good opportunity here to scoop some up before we start to see the run up yet again. Watch for this resistance at 177, 178, which is also represented by the 50-day moving average. We get above that, and I think, in my opinion, that Airbnb should make its way right back to $200 a share. So that one's certainly one worth watching out for as well.
All right. I've always wanted to do this. So, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more content from B-Rad and Batman Zoom. And that's going to do it for us, guys. As always, we'll see y'all before the bell. SC is out. Oh, God. Oh. Whew. Ho fucking ho, man. Man, this thing is hot. It's real hot. Okay. Moving on.